What up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So a little recap of what we done last time is I finally got the transmission and everything bolted in, mounted, and you know, all the components and everything all in back into place. I left the turbo kit off is because if you can see right behind me, I'm actually going to be replacing my brake booster with an upgraded Integra. And I'm going to be changing my front knuckles because the Civic brake system is not going to be holding up with the power I'm making, and before I did had some brake fade when I did a good couple pulls and I keep braking hard. So I want some more brake power, and this is actually a cheap alternative route to do. I got both front knuckles and the whole brake system from an I would say a 95 to a 2000 Integra, which these are way bigger than the ones I have on the Civic. And I'm also replacing the booster also. It's a little crusty, so I'm actually going to dismantle this, sand the booster down a little bit, and put a fresh coat of paint on it before I install it. So yeah, let's get it. So, got some paint on the booster. I mean, I just wanted to look decent. I don't need it to be super clean, but just decent and just get rid of the rust. But right now, I'm gonna let that start drying and I'm gonna start on the knuckles. Alright, so I got one side of the knuckle off, and I just want to compare them together. This side is the Civic, and that's the Integra. And as you can tell, there's a big difference. Because the Civic size rotors is about, what, I think 9.5-ish? About 9.4, 9.5-ish. And then Integras are like 10 to 10.5. Quote me if I'm wrong, but saying you can still see the difference of braking power. But yeah, that's the reason why I'm swapping them. And before I take this side off, some might just ask me what this is. This is actually an old school Cusco's brake, like enhancer or like a bracket for the booster. So when you hit the brake, it actually gives the brake like a more of a firmer pedal, because when you hit the brakes, just saying if you slam it or you hit the brakes hard, this actually flexes out a little bit, so your pedal just has a little bit of a spongy feel. But with this bracket, it actually braces on the master and won't let the master or the brake booster flex. So this is actually a little old school thing that I have in storage for a long time, and yeah, I installed it onto my car. So if you're wondering what the hell is this, that's what it is. Alright, I got the driver's side all installed. Axle's in. I'm not going to install the brake lines because I am waiting for some stainless steel brake braided lines that I bought. Should be here in the next day or two. she's installed, everything feels nice and tight. On to the next. So got the passenger side spindle all bolted up, axle's in. I do need to buy another lower washer for this side also, so that kind of sucks that everything got to come back out, but still waiting on the stainless steel brake line like on the other side. But yeah, she's in. So now I'm gonna start tackling on the booster. So for the brake boosters, there are actually 4 bolts that holds onto it. As if you can see, that's 1, there's 2, and 2 more on top. I took my whole steering column off because I had to actually fix something on it, but this actually makes it way easier to take the booster off. You don't need to take the steering wheel column off, but like I said, I had to fix something on it, so I actually took everything off. Alright, I actually have a dilemma at the moment, which this fitting doesn't fit the master, which I already know. I thought I had a fitting for the Integra to mate up with the master, but I don't know where it went. So I actually have to go to the auto store and find a fitting for this to go in there. Because I was gonna actually cut this, put the new fitting on, reflare, then installed it, but I can't find the fitting. And if you can tell, the hole is much bigger. And you can see that it just goes right in. So that's on a standstill, but everything is installed. All I gotta do is that one fitting. So since I'm stuck on the brake master, because I gotta get that one fitting to get the line in, I'm just gonna finish my steering column, which is the part that I need to fix, and install it back in the car and get all my interior pieces back together. So I didn't actually record it, but I was fixing basically the washer handle. Before it was floppy, like you push it down, it won't go back up, or like you'll press it and it will just get stuck. It was because this piece that broke into pieces. So I had an Integra, like the wiper assembly. I basically took it apart, swap all basically the internal and that part, and now she's back to normal. Nice. Alright, got the interior, everything, all the pieces and everything backed in. All nice and tucked. So yeah. So I got all the interior, everything all buttoned up. So I'm just gonna call it a night because I'm on a standstill. I still have to go get that little fitting to install it to the brake master, and I'm still waiting for stainless steel brake lines so I can actually install that onto the car and bleed the brakes. But for a little recap of what I done today, got the brake booster and the master from the Integra into the car, and I got both of the front spindles, everything all mounted and ready to go. Axles and everything's all in, and she's getting there, you guys. But if you made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.